This video is a quick introduction to Compliance Taafi Desktop Edition for Windows. Taafi is an acronym for the 5 main data entities that you will use in the program. These are tasks, actions, audits, findings, and issues. Taafi also includes document management. Taafi is suitable for any compliance scenario where you have one-time or recurring tasks which must be completed to maintain compliance with regulations or standards. Taafi uses Microsoft SQL Server as the database. Taafi is free for use with the free edition of Microsoft SQL Server Express, so you can use the program without limitations other than those of SQL Server Express. For use with the full edition of SQL Server, you will need to purchase licenses which are available as annual subscriptions. Taafi can also be used with SQL Server in Microsoft Azure, which can lower your upfront costs. Use the navigation bar on the left to access the different views. To keep it simple, let's start with the issue tracker. Issues are compliance problems that need to be addressed. For any issue, you can have one or more actions. The list of issues is displayed in the top half of the window, and actions for that issue are displayed in the bottom half. You can filter issues using the drop-down selections under the main menu. You can filter by date range, priority, or status. In the regulatory context, issues are analogous to bugs in software development, and actions are steps that you take to remediate those issues. Now let's look at the Audit Management view. The Audit Management view tracks regulatory audits and their findings. Audits are displayed in the top half of the window. Select an audit and findings for that audit are displayed in the bottom window. Double-click on any row to edit that entity. Now let's look at the Requirements Model view. The Requirements Model is a hierarchical display of your compliance requirements. The model consists of a tree display of topics and requirements, just like a computer file system has folders and files. From any requirement, you can schedule tasks. These are the T in Taafi. Tasks can be one-time or recurring. Tasks are assigned to roles, and users are assigned to roles, and that is how tasks get associated to one or more users. In the requirements model, you can schedule tasks for any requirement by selecting the requirement, right-clicking, and select Schedule Tasks. Here you can select properties for the task. Click this button to specify the recurrence pattern for the tasks. You can do one-time, weekly, monthly, quarterly, semi-annually, or yearly, and you can specify a number of recurrences or a specific end date. Your database can have multiple compliance models, each isolated from the other by a model space. You can select the model space in this drop-down box. When I select the model space, the tree fills with the compliance model. Items in bold have tasks scheduled from the item or one of its children. If I click on the requirement, I can see the tasks for that requirement. You can further filter tasks using the drop-down items under the menu. You can filter by priority or completion status or by date. The Task Calendar view is another way to look through tasks. Select the date range in the calendar, and tasks that fall within that date range will be displayed. You can also filter by completion status and priority. The Roles view displays all of the roles in your database. When you select a role, tasks assigned to that role are displayed. Now let's talk about document management. This provides a method to store and track compliance documents either by embedding them in the SQL Server database or by referencing them as a URL. Embedded documents can be checked out for editing and then checked back in, either replacing the original or checked in as a revision. This restricts editing to only one user at a time. Documents or URLs can be linked to any of the other 5 Taafi entities. Taafi has some built-in reporting that is very easy to use. From any of the lists that you see in the other views, you can right-click on the list and select Create Report from List. This will automatically create a report that matches the data shown in the list. You can then print the report or export it to Microsoft Excel. Also, because Taafi uses SQL Server, you can create reports using any available SQL Server reporting tools such as Power BI. The Users view is where you track users for your database. As you would expect, users are actual people that will be using the application. There is a granular level of permissions available for each user to control their access to each of the data entities. I can click on a user and view their permissions. Finally, let's look at the Model Builder view. This is the only view that does not use the database. This view allows you to easily build compliance models to fit any scenario. Model files are saved as individual computer files outside of the current database. This allows you to share them or import them into other databases. We have a large number of compliance models available free for numerous compliance scenarios. This concludes this quick tour of Compliance Taafi. Remember that you can get started for free with Taafi and the free edition of Microsoft SQL Server Express. And look for more videos in the future, and thanks for watching.